Well, it's that time of the year where I get to begin styling junipers. And yeah, I'm going to show you some different things that we're going to do. The first two have already been styled lightly. These trees were training tools. So we use them for students to learn how to wire on. We have anywhere from 12-inch to 18-inch junipers. We learn how to wire style. 6 months later, they're repotted. We leave them alone for a year or two, and that's where this tree is. All right, as I was saying, this tree has probably been in training for 3 or 4 years complete, maybe 2 years after being wired, and then another year or so in the bonsai pot. So now it's ready to be styled. And as you can see, we've done a few here. And now we're going to start on these. So just a small 1 gallon that was brought into the garden about 5 years ago, and all the students, we put wire on it. And so now I'm going to come through here and take the bottoms off, clean this up, and then see what type of style I can make. I never know what style a tree is going to turn out with. I don't even have a future what it could be. It comes to me as I'm doing the tree. So we'll see what we turn up with, or how it turns out. Okay, so we brought this in from outside, brought it indoors here, a little cooler. So the first thing I'm going to do is just look at the tree and see what would make a great angle. So right now it's just, left to right, it's horizontal. So I'm going to put a piece of wood underneath here at different angles and see if any of those help me make a better design. And then after that, I will take most of the bottoms off. If I had not already wired this tree, then I wouldn't always, the first thing, take the bottoms off. That's one of the first things that we teach, is you take the bottoms off. But if you hadn't wired this all up, then you might want to wait on that until after you finish wiring and twisting it around. Then you take the bottoms off. Okay, after looking at some different options, one of my sayings is you need to add deadwood to a tree to give it life. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this foliage off of this branch that was styled a while back. And I'm going to turn this into deadwood, just to give it a little feature. Okay, well, I've thinned the tree a little bit. I can see through it enough to where I can start wiring. All of this beautiful movement was done as a training tool with the students that were here over the years. And so this is a gorgeous, gorgeous little tree with a lot of beautiful movement that, like I said, when this came into the garden, it was just a straight tree. And so it's wonderful what we've been able to do in a short amount of time. All right, Well, stay tuned. I'm about ready to wire it now. This will be the second time it's been wired. Okay, well, we are done for now. This is its initial styling. Before, when we did it, it wasn't about styling, it was about adding movement. So we added a little bit of movement, and now we're just going to let it fill in. I just laid out some basic pads. And again, like I said, this is our initial styling. Long ways to go. As you can see, I got hollow spaces now that need to fill in. So I'll face those towards the sun. We'll space that towards the sun. We'll make that happen. And we will see you on the next tree. All right, now it's back on its bench. I just watered it, ready to let it fill in. And on to the next tree. Take care.